There's only one game left from UTG. We skipped one earlier, and it's time we got back to it. As we saw initially back in Binary Suicirno and later with Suwako-chan Cubic, UTG was doing some experimenting with 3D at the time. We've also established that UTG is kind of a meme lord, and one of the most important memes in Toho fandom is, of course, which was co-opted by Toho and is in actuality an Etrian Odyssey meme, which was a first-person dungeon crawler. So you know what that means. We're going dungeon diving. This is Gensokyo Explosion Big Waterfall, and is quite the departure from UTG's normal style of puzzles and platformers. This is a proper RPG, and given that it is his first venture into the genre he's not familiar with, he doesn't really even pretend it's a good game. In fact, right there on the game's front page, he says, "This is a terrible game in which the creator tried to create an RPG for the first time." That said, I don't think the game's actually that bad, but it does show a bit of inexperience. Two other small notes before we begin. In the FAQ in the game's manual, one of the questions is, "This game is too difficult," to which he replied something like, "UTG is a masoge circle. You know what you signed up for." Masoge being a contraction for masochist game. And, yeah. Lastly, I've spoken very little about UTG's website, but it's got some personality. Almost every game's download page does some variation of this, but this game's download page says, "This software is not freeware. It's Suwako-ware. Before using, please recite 5 of Suwako's spell cards, excluding the Scourge sign Mishiguji-sama. If you do not say it, it will not have the right to use it, so please say it, even if no one is watching." So, the first 5 spell cards that Suwako uses in Mountain of Faith are Party Sign, 2 bows, 2 claps, and 1 bow. Native God, Long Arm and Long Leg. Divine Tool, Moria's Iron Ring. Spring Sign, Jade of the Horrid River. And Frog Hunting, Snake Eats the Croaking Frog. Welcome! To what game is this? Gensokyo Explosion Big Waterfall. This is another game that there's very little information out there on. I could find, in all my searching, a single video in all of YouTube, and it is specifically of the final boss. Otherwise, we just have to adventure ourselves. It is an RPG, and I have no idea what kind of train wreck this is going to be. I played through probably a third of the game casually when I was just playing the game to play the game, and I did find it to be kind of grindy. We'll see what we run into. If need be, this game is very easy to cheat. There's also going to be an amount of text that we kind of need to know what is. So our good friend Google Translate is going to be handy here for us. So I think on the title screen here, this is this options? Yes. Okay, so it's game start, options, quick game. So game start, you have to choose between 3 different save slots. Pretend you didn't see that first one. I'm going to start on save slot 2. This is, I think, begin, erase, and back. At first, it may look like there's not a lot of... It may look like the screen real estate isn't especially well used, and for the start of the game, you're going to be looking at the left-hand side of the screen quite a bit. So we start out here. We have Cirno and Suwako down there at the bottoms, Sanae on top. Tell us what exactly is going on. Synopsis, for those who have not read the manual. This story is all in the manual. There's a digital manual that was released alongside the game. Cyrano noticed that the water level of the lake was lower than usual and has decided to try to find the cause. As she does, she thought Suwako was suspicious, because, you know, frog. So I actually have two different kinds of translate that I can use. One is slightly faster than the other, but the faster one is less accurate. I'm trying to use the faster one and my memory in order to give a decent translation, but boy, is it not liking this one. Let's just do the long one. Of course, I don't remember Suwako. However, Suwako knows that the water level of the lake in the shrine was also low. I don't think it's terribly unusual, speaking from Suwako's point of view. I think most of the game is told from Suwako's point of view. But I don't think it's that unusual, but I was bored, so I decided to go follow Cyrano. And that's where we are. Really, I think 99% of Toho stories is some elder god was bored. And that is the end of the synopsis from the manual. Okay, so I think Suwako's just saying, hey, I'm back. I'm gonna go explore and try to figure out what's going on. Oh, is Cyrano there? Hello? No idea what this one's trying to say. Let's try the more accurate translation. Oh, well, it can't be helped, so I'll just follow Cyrano. Or something like that. Yeah, is that so? By the way, I haven't explained to the people on the other side of the screen yet. My name is Sane. If you don't know how to play the game yet, I will explain a little. Going over the basic controls. First, let's check the operation method. Use the arrow keys, A button, B button, L button, and R button, and the start button. Now, these are referring to controller inputs. The equivalent, if you're going to use a keyboard, is Z is the A button, X is the B button, S is the L button, D is the R button, and A is the start button. You're going to be playing effectively, if you're playing on the keyboard, you're playing with the arrow keys, ZXC, ASD. Arrow keys move the cursor, A button is confirm, B button is cancel, L and R are only used in very special cases, and A is the menu button, pause button, or some such. When you're in the dungeon, use the arrow keys to move forward, and the down key to move backwards, left key and right key to change direction. L and R move horizontally, and the start button opens the menu. Also, you can use the A button in the... Oh. I was thinking A key, but it means A button, as in, like, the confirm button. Also in the dungeon, use the confirm button in order to check the location that you're at. You can do this to hit switches, collect items, yada yada. That's all for the explanation. I think this is yeah, shall I explain it again? No. Cyrano just says, I remember it. I know that. Who do you think I am? Let's go adventuring. Before that, how about shopping at the village? I don't actually know the currency in Gensokyo. I was able to shop with score. Points. Then there is no choice but to hit the yokai and fairies and get some score. Oh wait, there's a point item hidden in the basement of the cave. Let's go get it. This is starting a little text heavy, don't worry. It's the text is mostly front loaded. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, oh, you're leaving. It's dangerous, so please come back as soon as you collect the point item. And we are in the dungeon. What does that say? Can you give me? No, didn't give me anything. Not fast enough, anyway. Okay, so we're going down into the dungeon. Okay, so we have a door. Door is locked. You can see a map on the right. The game will map out wherever you go. The red outline around the door means that door is locked and we can't go through it. If you see that little person icon on the map, that is a way to get back to the surface. So we go forward. And in a hole. I think she's just saying, oh, it hurts. Or, ah, the fall hurt, or something. Oh, Cyrano says, I forgot about that hole. I dug it a long time ago. Come on, it's a simple line. Why are you having so much trouble with this? Let's do the good one. I'll kill you. I think it's, wait, you see, or wait, or I'm sorry. You can climb up from that ladder. The hidden point items should also be around here somewhere. So we fell down a hole, now we're down here. This little 4x4 room. Ow. So in combat, your options here are, the top one is a basic attack. We actually have 2 to choose from. I don't understand at all, even in all my time playing this, what this means. Let's get the good translation on the ability description. The most basic attack without CHR correction. Use this skill to destroy fragile walls. And then the second attack is also a reasonably basic attack, but it says with a CHR plus 30%. Yeah, attack with Icicle, CHR correction plus 30%. So this one does more damage than this one. I don't really understand what the CHR correction means. It does do more damage. One of your stats is CHR, Charisma. Other options on the menu, you have the second option here, which is Spell Card. We don't have any. This option is inventory. Our inventory is empty. And this option is defend. And this option is run. So all we can do is this, so... You'll see that enemies do have HP bars. Nice and easy. This one is much the same. Both of these are much the same. CHR plus 35%. Costs 2 SP to use. We'll attack again. And we did it. So we got 2 experience for that. We will level up in 12 experience points. Enemies in this game hurt. I feel like the game just really expects you to use items, of which we have none. So I would like to find the point item. Ah, there we are. I'd like to find the point item and get out of here. It's not visible anywhere. None of the items or anything are visible. You actually have to. It just says, oh, I found it. You got 300 score. We can shop now. Let's go back. I'm not sure what that was. It was just like just a noise. Kind of thing. Up the ladder. Door's locked. Actually, no, the door unlocked from this side. Some doors are like that. It's locked, and then you just approach it from the other side, and you can unlock it and pass through. So the hole is now marked on the map, but we should probably leave. And we're back, and it's dark out. I think she's just saying welcome back. Oh, did you find the point item? Oh, why don't you go shopping immediately? The water over there is delicious. So, I wasn't sure if this was in town or whatever. I think this is more like a Moria Shrine gift shop. I'm sorry, it's your first time. Yeah, welcome. I think this is your first time here. Please buy our best delicious water. Even if you get hit, you will feel better. So water and various forms of it are your healing item. That's what you use to heal. So we have 5 options here on the menu. The top option is purchase, which brings us over here to the menu on the right. You can see the top one here is delicious water. It heals HP by 50 when used. This second one is, I think it's candy or something. A lump of sugar that is cool and delicious. It recovers 20 SP. The 10 in the upper right corner is, if you're looking at the list up there, the 10 is how much money this costs. The 5 is how many of them are in stock. You can use L and R to buy more than one at a time. So let's just buy them up. Just buy everything. So we have no more money, but they don't have anything else to sell. The second option here is selling. So the items on the right will be the items that are in your inventory. You can sell back. This page, I don't 100% understand, but these are items that she really wants. And if you find them in the dungeon and bring them back to her, she will buy them at a pretty high price. This is chat, if you just want to talk. And that brings you to the menu on the right, where there are different topics that you can talk about. Right now there's only one, so we can hit that. I think what she does is just kind of give you a tutorial on the shop, like that's what this option is. She says I'm not very good at small talks, but I can tell you how the shop works. The first option, sell, is pretty easy. The purchase price is about 70% of the selling price. So she will buy things from 70% of what she would sell them at. You can buy important things here, or you can... Yeah, you can buy important things here, but not items like dungeon keys. Cannot do that. Also, she will not purchase equipment for sanitary reasons. It's the clothing you wear. Whenever you sell something to the store, it gets added to the shop list, and you can then buy it back. She says, if you think about it this way, you can use the store as an expanded storage with a 30% storage fee. It's a service that's possible because there's no customers other than Sanae. Which is why I think this is like a Moria Shrine gift shop or something. The daily necessities are replenished twice daily. So stuff like the HP items and SP items. And what this means then is you'll notice it's nighttime now. And when you first leave for a dungeon in the morning, it'll be daytime. This pretty much means no matter when you show up to this shop, the basics will be in stock. Whether you show up before or after a dungeon. Special items such as the large P items and equipment cannot be replenished that quickly. It's difficult to get in every day, but I'll put them up as soon as they arrive. These are items that she does not sell right now, but she will sell eventually. The next thing, she just says Otsukai, is a list of things that I want. If you can find it, I would be very happy about it. Please buy more and more. And that's it. Last option is to leave. Thank you. Thank you for shopping. We look forward to see you again. Welcome back. Did you make a good purchase? This is your Sanae menu, and this is where you kind of go out to do everything else that you need to do. The top option is to rest for the evening. This will save your game, replenish your HP, and advance the day counter by 1. So right now we're on day 0, it will then be day 1. I don't know if something happens if you waste too many days. The second option here is to go to the store, which is where we just were. Suapod. This is... How to explain. So I don't actually know a lot of what we may encounter later on in this game. I don't feel like I'm going to have to censor any of the enemies or anything that we run into. However, you will run into hot springs that refill your HP and SP that are out in the field in the dungeons. Very helpful to find. However, whenever you see one, a splash image comes up, that I will be censoring. There's a different one at every hot spring, and if you want to see these images later on, you can see them in the Suapod menu. It lists all of these splash images. This option is to actually go to the dungeon. You want to go to the dungeon, this is where you go. And I think this last one just exits the game. Yeah. Well, we're hurting a little bit, so we want to rest up. Yeah, good night. That's all she says. Next up is good morning. Nice weather today. And we're ready to go. It's all the plot we get. We're off investigating now, which means back into the dungeon. So the dungeon menu is nice. It lists not only all the dungeons, which it looks like, it's hard to tell, but it looks like there's going to be 6 over the course of the game. And on the right-hand side, it'll show everything that you've seen of the map of the dungeon. You can even hit L and R to see all the different floors in each dungeon, which is very nice. So back in we go. So, as I mentioned before, I feel like this game is pretty grind-heavy. I'm going to... At level 1, we, like, almost just die. So, I'm gonna start by saying, until next time, everyone. Now that we can head into the dungeons proper, I'm gonna grind a little bit before we actually start going anywhere. Also of note, if you see a couple things not 100% line up between videos, maybe the day counter is a little weird, or some such, I will probably be cheating off screen, just for complete transparency, just to streamline the process and not waste my own time. Stuff like, I don't know, I'll refill my HP or something so I can keep grinding instead of having to go back up top or something. But anyway, until next time, everyone.